Hey everybody, welcome back to the Workman's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Today's review I'd like to do is Samuel Grant. And what Samuel Grant is the house bourbon for Safeway and Vaughn's supermarkets. And I was in Safeway recently. My wife and I just had our second baby. And looking to not pinch pennies, but conserve money a little bit. Going to be off work for a little bit, spend some time with the family. Spend some time with my wife, help her recover. So, I don't always get to go out to the store. Wanted to find, more quantity at a good quality for a good price. So, I saw Samuel Grant there on the shelf, and, I wanted to know more about it. So, started to look it up, and I was trying to find out about who Samuel Grant was. And, guys, I kind of drew a blank. Samuel Grant, found a few of them in history, wasn't able to connect any of them to this bourbon here. And so I started to kind of read more about the bourbon itself. And it's kind of funny. There's a little bit of a rivalry out there between, if you guys want to look it up, Google it, just search for it. There's a bit of a rivalry between fans of Samuel Grant and fans of Evan Williams. And you guys know that I'm a big fan of Evan Williams. I think they make great stuff. And, I just thought to myself, I hadn't really heard about Samuel Grant, this bourbon here. Wanted to know more, wanted to know what all the fuss was about. So decided to pick up this bottle here. And you guys see this is a big old bottle. And this was $22.99 on sale. $30 regular. So, just as I said, I want to see what all the fuss was about. Saw it's aged for 36 months, so it's a pretty young whiskey. Pretty much your average looking Kentucky bourbon, aged 3 years, 80 proof, 40% ABV. But, I thought, let's give it a shot. For $23 for a big bottle like this, that's not a bad price at all. So, let's see what we have here. All right. Okay. So, take a look at this, guys. It's you can tell it's a pretty young whiskey just looking at it. Pretty young bourbon. You don't have that deep barrel char or anything. 3 years old. It's pretty young bourbon. So, it's just your average kind of gold color there. On the nose, when I first smelled this nose, I was very pleasantly surprised, guys. This is a very nice smelling bourbon. Very fruit forward. This one, a lot of apples and pears, light fruit. Some cinnamon, kind of some baking spices in there. A little bit of honey and a little bit of wood. So that's pretty much what I get off the nose from this one. Let's take a taste. And on the taste, guys, you're getting all of that. You're getting the fruit notes, some apple and pear, definitely some spice. You definitely get that baking spice there, but you also get some good rye in there. Some, I would venture to say this is probably at least 10% rye or so. Pretty good, just a very good flavor actually. And it's just really nicely balanced between your kind of fruity notes, your spice notes, and there's a little bit of wood in there too. One thing that I don't get in here that much, I don't taste the corn. It's not a lot of whiskeys tend to, and I like the corn taste. I like the sweet corn of a whiskey. But this one, I was pleasantly surprised. Sometimes the corn is a little overwhelming. It's got that, you guys know what I'm talking about, that kind of sweet corn. You can taste there's the sweet corn flavor. But this one is just all the sweetness is the fruit. You get a little bit of like caramel in there, like one of those caramel apple pops that we used to eat when we were kids. It's just a very, very, very well balanced, good quality, good price whiskey. I mean, you're getting more than your bang for your buck here. I mean, it's very, very good. I was very pleasantly surprised. I'll be buying this again, especially if I can find it for the $23. On the rating scale, I would probably rate this one a 90 out of 100 for what it is. I mean, when you combine the quality with the quantity and the price, I mean, you can't lose with this one, guys. Very light. I mean, it's an 80 proof whiskey. Very light, but very satisfying and good bodied whiskey here. Maybe not a full bodied whiskey, but a very I don't know. It's a medium bodied whiskey. It's not too light, like a lot of whiskeys we've talked about. I would say this has more of a body and just more character than a lot of bottom shelf whiskeys, and that's where this one was, on the bottom shelf. So if you guys see this at Safeway or Vons, definitely give it a shot, and I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll be back soon. Have a whiskey that I got a great deal on. Couldn't believe it. So I want to talk to you guys about that one soon. And until next time, cheers.